you go through something difficult in life, when you go through something difficult in life, there's two ways you can react. When someone is hit by a trial or tribulation, oh my God, what's happening? I can't deal with this. I've had enough. I'm fed up. I'm done. The other way is, I'm going to remain patient. The one that made me and made everything and made this trial is taking care of me. He is watching me. He is with me. God says in the Quran, Inna Allaha ma'as sabirin, that God is with the patient. The word used is with. Obviously, we don't say God is literally physically with His creation, but in His knowledge and His power, He is with us when we're going through hardships, when we're patient, right? So if we have this understanding, it opens up a doorway, a reality which we didn't know before, right? And what this does, let me just finish. Sorry. What this does is, through a trial and tribulation, we can be patient through it, see it through, because after every hardship there's ease. That's another principle in the Quran. With every hardship there will be ease, right? And we know, because you live, how old are you? 29. How many hard times have you had in life? You probably can't even count them.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah? But you've made it through them, yes? They've come to an end.
But they haven't come to an end though.
There's
more hardships.
They are, but the specific ones come to an end, and then another one comes, and another one comes, yes?
Yeah, some of them come to an end, some of them are still there.
But God knows it.
Yeah, God knows everything.
But He doesn't need to subscribe to something.
No, so I'm going to get to that particular point. So here's the thing. When someone is patient through that trial, that tribulation trial, it's going to come to an end. When he gets through it, he comes out a better person. He comes out a more developed person. And there's many examples of this. Well, your life probably is a testament.
It's not because, well, I just don't, I wouldn't agree with that.
Would you say
I wouldn't say I'm like, of course I'm a better person, I'm more mature, but it doesn't.
More life experience.
But that's the point.
I have more life experience, but it doesn't.
And then another scenario will come up, and then you'll
it's
go
just,
down. And
it's a process of development, right? For example...
Yeah, but if he was a Muslim or any faith, you would say that God knows the path he's following.
Yeah, so we're going to get to...
And he doesn't know that.
Yeah, no, we're going to get to that point. I'm just giving you principles at the moment, right? So the point is, for a Muslim, during a time of hardship, he understands what's going on, why it's happening, and he's patient through it, right? And he comes to the end of it a better, stronger person. But if someone doesn't have this understanding, doesn't have God, it's a very lonely place for, and I would agree to that. When you go through hardship, when you go through difficulties, you may have friends and support and family members and good community around you, but internally it's a very dark, lonely place because you don't know what's going on, you don't know if it's ever going to end, and there's no ultimate hope there. Right? You can't have hope in an accident.
Someone of faith will be the same. They wouldn't know.
No, but we do know.
But you don't know.
Of course we do. We know through Revelation and God's revelation. He tells us that with every hardship there is ease. This is what God's telling us. If it's from God, then it's necessarily true. Right?
I don't know. I think you've hit on a point. I don't think that's exactly true because you can just keep facing hardships until the day you die. I mean,
no doubt, bro. My point is this. Let me clarify.
So how are you going to explain that?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, here's the thing. Let me clarify my point.
So I mean, not every hardship is followed by ease and followed by me becoming more mature and more wise and more experienced. That's not necessarily true. There are some hardships that could just destroy people.
Yeah, but let's not be too literal. What I mean is this. For example, you may have a chain of 4 hardships in a row. And after those 4 hardships, for example, your mother may die, your father may die, you may lose your job all in 1 month. Yeah? But then there will be a period where there will be good times. Right? So it's not saying 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm not saying that.
I know.
Do you see the point? So let's be a bit more fluid in this. Because if we can take a very literalist approach, we won't understand things.
That's the same for most people, regardless if you believe in something or not.
I know
there'll be a time of mourning.
We're talking
There's
about
going to be good and bad times.
Hard times, whether you're Muslim or non-Muslim, you will go through hardships.
Even animals show that.
Absolutely. But here's the thing.
But they don't believe in that.
No, sure. But the overall point, going back to the original point, which was this life has a reason behind it, which is not supposed to be rosy and paradise. That's to come. This life, there will be hardships, there will be trials, but when you get through this, when you get to the other side, it won't even feel like a moment, right? And also, if you have the right understanding of what's happening and the right connection with your creator and the right philosophy behind everything, you can get through these things in the correct way, right? Because no doubt there are people who go through hardships, right? And they don't really know God, or they're not connected to God, or don't know anything like this, just living their life, and it breaks them, it destroys them. It may not kill them, but they may eventually look at the wisdom behind it and may develop as a person, but at the time it really damages them, right? So what Islam does is that it addresses the human on a rational level, but also on a spiritual and emotional level, right? So it gives the human being the tools to go through everything in life. That's something very beautiful and profound about Islam, right? And it addresses, from a more personal perspective, the problem of evil. Right? Obviously, we can go through the formal logic and the formal argument, because from the Islamic perspective, I can easily break down that. So because the problem of evil is really a problem for Christianity, not for Islam. Because Christians say God is only good, right? He's only love.
Yeah.
But in Islam, we have 99 names and at least 99 names and attributes of God, which are reconciled with each other, right? Meaning, He is the source of all goodness, but He's also the severe in punishment. He is also the judge. He's also the one who
Which
has
could
full
be
wisdom.
said He's not a loving God.
No, not at all.
But He's not always loving.
God's
He's
one of
sometimes
God's.
loving.
Well, remember.
There is love of God behind tests and trials as well. Because if you look at it in the grand scheme of things, what you come out as, and many people say this. I met a drug addict a little while ago. He went through drug problems. He went through the hard process of letting go through of drugs. He rehabbed. He was fine. He was good. He was off drugs, and he was now a better person. And he was doing community work and helping other people come off drugs. See the development there. And this is a this is non-Muslim.
It's an anecdote, though. I mean,
It
it's
comes
not
down to
always
you as a
true.
person being
Yeah.
a human being, overcoming
generally
your
You
problems.
can go through hardships and never recover from that.
Sure, but
you
the-
can always be a drug addict until the day you die.
Sure, there is. We'll go through trials, but the thing is.
But what you're saying, what you're preaching, is exactly the same as the other 4,500 registered religions.
Yeah.
All preaching the same gospel, the help, the guidance. This is the right path.
I'll tell you one reason why I'm not.
Because there's 4,500, and yours in particular is not even the oldest, right?
Yes.
You know, you've got Taoism,
Christianity,
and
Hinduism.
you've got many Chinese religions that are a lot older, with a bigger population. Well, not quite, but almost there. 700, 800 million. They all preach the same spirituality. I would
Yes.
say in the Asian religions is a lot higher than Christianity or Abrahamic religions
Yes.
because of the way they've been
Well,
generations.
that's debatable, but I see what you're saying. But here's the
So
thing.
what you're saying is nothing new. It's exactly the same as what everyone
But
else
here's-
preaches.
And you bring me to my point. That's what I was going to say. So there's 2 points to what you just said. Number one, there is distinction because, like I was explaining, this particular reality of issues and hardships and difficulties in life, Islam deals with it totally different from the way other religions do it.
I don't think so.
Not always, but for example, if you compare it to Christianity, it's a totally different perspective. Problem of evil. Are you a Christian? No. So if you look at Christian theology, they say God is the loving and is the good. So the problem of evil, that problem is a real problem for their tradition. But from an Islamic perspective, the whole scenario is different. Like I've just explained to the brother. But here's the thing. Regarding your other point, no doubt there are older religions than Islam. And no doubt many of the teachings are similar. I agree. And there's overlays and overlaps in many places. For example, the most fundamental thing, which is the belief in God, there are a lot of similarities within that belief across different religions.
It goes back 14,000 years.
Absolutely. But here's the thing. What we believe in, this is why in the Islamic tradition, what we're told is God sent messengers throughout history. From when man first stepped on this earth.
130,000.
Yes, so
But then-
I don't remember the exact number.
Name
but
me
here's-
more than 23 of them.
Here's the thing.
You can't.
That's the red herring though. It
but
doesn't
you
matter.
can't.
No, but answer, look, here's the thing.
If you spread a message to all corners of the earth, right, 130,000 messengers, surely you would see their name and subscribe in rock, stone, something towards them for bringing a message.
Yeah, but I can argue
But
then.
you can't name
but no, but
a
I
single one of them.
No, but I can argue potentially. But here's the thing: potentially Krishna was a prophet. Potentially, I'm not saying he is. I can argue
So Krishna believes in
Buddha.
multiple
I'm
gods.
just saying, just hypothetically speaking, I can argue because no, you can't correlate what the belief of Hinduism is today to what the original teachings were. We'll discuss that in a second. But I can argue Buddha was potentially a prophet. We can say that. The point is this: it doesn't underline to break my initial point, which is that God sent messengers with the message and people that call back to the right way throughout history, throughout time, to different people. Just because God doesn't provide the names of them doesn't mean they didn't come.
Okay.
Do you see the point?
Fine. So we don't have any names.
No,
So
we do have many names,
have
but
the
not all of them.
Aztecs and the Mayans,
Yes.
we have the Aborigines.
Yes.
3 of the oldest generations of human beings. Aborigines are 40,000 years old.
Yes.
Can you show me anywhere around Uluru, Ayers Rock, any depiction of Allah or God, a single God? Can you show me in the Aztecs,
Yes.
in the Mayan culture, anywhere that represents Allah in any of their writings,
Now, here's
scriptures,
the thing.
pictures?
I'll make a general.
And they're 6,000 years old.
Okay.
Aborigines are 40,000 years old. So if you had messengers that spread to all corners of the earth, show me in ancient civilizations how they relate to
Okay,
you.
I'll make a general point and a specific point. The general point is this: if you look at studying major world religions, as they stand today, majority of them have been changed. The texts have been changed. Much of it's been lost. Much of ancient religions, the scriptures and the teachings have been lost. They have fragments. Okay. That being said, if you still study them the way they stand today, you see a very clear correlation. Take, for example, Hinduism, the Sanskrit, right? The Vedas.
The Vedas.
Yeah? Now, if you study them, within the Vedas, the concept of one all-powerful God, the God, is there.
Yeah, I agree.
There are many other beings that they believe in, but the concept of one God is there. For example, I believe one of the sayings is Ikam Nivedittu, right? That the Lord, God, He is one. Okay, but the point is, it's a general point.
But that's the first written religion, 6,000 years ago.
But the specific point is this: much of what much of what previously existed was lost to history. We don't have it. Much of let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. What's your name?
Who was your first prophet?
What's your name?
Who's your first
I
prophet?
want to address you.
Who's your first prophet?
Our prophet?
Yeah.
Adam was the first person to be sent. We believe it says this.
So where's the literature from Adam? If Adam was your first prophet, right?
I'm sorry. Are you off, yeah? But just we'll carry on. But one more thing, bro. Please consider what I was saying. Have you read the Quran?
Not really, no.
You haven't. Okay. Would you do me one favor? Are you here next week?
I'm here usually.
Around. Okay. I'll be around. Just if you can, and that's only if you're searching. Pick up a copy of the Quran. Just read something. Just that. That's all I'm asking.
I won't promise you, but anyway, it was a nice
It's worth a read.
Have a read anyway.
It was nice.
It's a nice meeting you. I'll see you next week. We'll carry on.
لا